Well, good morning, everyone. I'm doing something here I don't usually do. I am early and it's not even 6 o'clock yet. Sometimes I'm up at this time, but it's because I'm still awake from the night before getting home from work. And now I've been on vacation for a little over a week. See, I'm kind of like, wow, I could get up and watch the sunrise, which is going to happen in about 2 minutes here. But I don't know if we're going to see it with all this haze. But we're on US 2, which is a major east-west highway across the northern part of the country. We're about 10 minutes west of St. Ignace, Michigan, near a little place called Dune Shores, which is a little motel resort right here. And then the road goes on to the west toward Wisconsin. And we're trying to be quiet because it looks like there's some people camping on the beach down here, which I'm not sure is supposed to be technically legal or not. But we'll show the area here more, but I wanted to show you what's a really big draw here is what's over here on the south side of US 2. Look at this. It's awe-inspiring and amazing. Part of the largest body of fresh water in the world, the Great Lakes. And this is the northern edge of Lake Michigan. And I say about 10 miles down that way is St. Ignace. About 100 miles that way is Traverse City. And about 300 miles that way is Chicago. And we're going to go down and walk along the beach to get away from... They've had some heavy rains here. Look at this little trail here. It's all washed out. We're going to be quiet while we go by this tent. And then we're going to walk down the beachways. There was some fireworks going off last night. I don't think there's anybody in the tent. Oh, someone incinerated a tree here last night, which must be one of the traditions here. I don't know. But look at this. Isn't this amazing? The water is still as glass. You could jet ski on this or paddleboard or anything. It's just for miles and miles in every direction. Incredible to come out here and see. It's about 70 here right now. I'd say 67 to 70. And hi, Jamal. I didn't know I had anybody watching it, and I'm happy I do. Thanks for watching and being here this morning with me. Look how narrow the strip of sand here is on the beach. So the water levels in the Great Lakes come and go up and down. And right now the water level is really high. We can see there's only a very narrow strip of sand here right now. There's like maybe a 20 or 30 meter or 6 or so foot of stretch of sand, and people are picnicking and hanging out down here on the beach, and they still do, but there's certainly not as much room here right now to do it. And we can see there's some tracks here already from a large dog and some, wow, really large dog, and some human footprints. So I'm guessing some people have already been out exercising with their pet here on the beach this morning. I've seen a couple seagulls already too. The angle we're on, I thought we might be able to see the sunrise, but I don't think we're going to actually see the sunrise come up over there because it's going to actually come up a little bit to the northeast here over the hill behind me. But I just love this area here. It's just so peaceful, other than the sound of traffic up on US 2. But it's just such a beautiful stretch of beach here. It's about a 10-mile stretch of National Lakeshore. And no private property. That little bit of private property with the resort up on top and 3 or 4 privately owned cottages, one of which we're staying in, is the only private residences along about a 10 or 12 mile strip here. The rest of it's all National Lakeshore property, and it's just so calm and quiet. You got a half moon there still giving a little bit of show over the water here, and You know, it's what it's really hard to believe too is just out in this area here where we're looking maybe a mile or less than a mile or two out, there's about a dozen shipwrecks. Within, say, 10 miles of here, there's at least a dozen shipwrecks at the bottom of Lake Michigan. You know, accounting for the loss of probably several hundred sailors' lives. The water out there, and this is the Straits of Mackinac we're going into here, up this direction. The water here at between 150 and 300 feet deep. And it's hundreds of shipwrecks over the last few hundred years. The lake seems calm, and you think of it as being an inland body of water, but you know, there can be 30, 40 foot seas here on occasion. And the storms do blow in really hard here. We're about 80 miles south of the southern edge of Lake Superior right now, which is famous for the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald in, I think, 1974 or 75. Yes, that's right, Jamal. It's definitely an inland ocean. But the water, I was going to say, they had that joke going, the Great Lakes, nice beaches, unsalted and shark-free. And the water here is so clean you could actually drink it and not get sick from it. It's just really nice. We got a couple of sandpipers on the beach up ahead of us here, looking for a little bit of morning nutrition. The seagulls aren't really out heavy yet, but if someone comes out here with some food, they certainly would be. And I just like it here so much. It's so quiet and peaceful. And get away from the Metro Detroit area. I come down here and hang out. I try to come up here at least once a year and hang out for a couple days. We didn't make it last summer. And we're just gonna, I don't know if anybody's gonna watch, gonna walk along the beach and listen to the lapping waves and think how wonderful and peaceful it is. Matter of fact, we're just going to stop and listen. Isn't that nice? We'll just go a little bit more. We don't want to run all my battery life out today before I get started doing some work. We're opening up the cottage, so we have to take all the shutters down. We got some of the shutters down last night, and we got to fix the toilet that's leaking. And what else? We vacuumed last night, but we still have so many things to do, so we're going to just walking here, get a little morning exercise. So I say those two shorebirds up here are walking along ahead of us. Well, thank you for watching with me this morning. I appreciate it. Have you been to the Great Lakes before? Oh, that's cool. That's cool. It is the height of summer here, so it's been really warm in Michigan lately. It's been in the low 90s here in Michigan for the last few days. So it's kind of nice to be out here when it's only 70 degrees instead. Oh yes, me too. I actually live fairly close to Lake Huron, but I don't get over that way very often. I think I've been to all the Great Lakes. I've been to all the Great Lakes myself, actually. Lake Ontario was only one occasion when we visited Toronto, but we did get to see it and drive around a little bit of it. And of course, Niagara Falls, Lake Erie, I've been by several times because it's just south of Detroit. And grew up down near Traverse Miles that way. And we spent a lot of time on Lake Michigan. And Lake Superior, I say about 100 miles north of here. My uncle owned some motels in Newberry, Michigan. And we used to go up there and visit every summer. So we've certainly been around the Great Lakes. Yeah, we'll do one more panorama here. When the weather's right, there's an active lighthouse you can see down this way. It's several miles offshore. And if you have a pair of binoculars, you can see a second lighthouse, which is further away, that they actually used for target practice during training in World War II. And this is close enough too, where all of the ships coming up from Chicago make the turn right out here in the straits. And from right here you can see all of the big lake freighters and ocean going ships coming through here on their way through the Great Lakes. It's pretty cool to just sit here sometimes and watch. Matter of fact, there's an app, I forgot what it's called. It's a shipping app you can go on, and you can see all the different freighters that are in the area and click on them and see what their names are, where they're coming from, where they're heading to, what they're carrying. It's fun to check out the freighters. And later today I'm going to go into St. Ignace in the town, and we're going to do some vlogs for my YouTube channel about the history of the area. A lot of history here from Native Americans and the British occupation, War of 18 and such. Videos touching on a lot of that stuff. There's some abandoned places here that we'll check out and do a couple little abandoned videos, some local businesses and old commercial buildings. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a nice couple days. Just the wife and I are up here, so we're not sure how long we're going to stay. Maybe 2 nights, maybe 3 or 4. Depends on how the mood strikes us and how much fun we're having. I don't have to be back to work till Monday, so we're going to just play it by ear. Alright, well, this video has been 13 minutes. I'm going to say goodbye for now. And thank you for joining me, whoever did. I know Jamal's was here and might still be here. But thank you for joining me. One last look out here at this glorious inland ocean. Well, thank you, sir. Thank you very much. I appreciate you watching. You have a great day now. I'm going to say bye for now.